Hi guys, next to me is Honda's latest SUV, the ZR-V. Now it sits as a little bit of a middle child between the CR-V and the HR-V, and I've absolutely loved having this thing for the last week. So here are 5 reasons why. Number 1, it's got to be this stunning exterior. Now the one next to me is in a colour called Radiant Red, and I absolutely adore it. But it's got a super sleek and smooth front end, a different grille, and 18-inch matte black alloys due to it being sport spec. I think they've really done a number with the looks on this, and you can see the whole Honda range is getting serious exterior upgrades. You can tell styling has been thoroughly thought through. Down to attention to detail, the ZR-V holds a bold road presence, yet still looks elegant. It really is a strong statement by Honda's design department. And the sleek look really follows through down the side and into the rear. I mean, I actually really love the look of this car. Normally SUVs, I like them harsh and really mean lines, but Honda have done really well with this one. Number 2 has got to be this interior. Now it just screams quality, luxury and comfort. They haven't overcomplicated things. For example, we've got proper buttons here for your air conditioning and heating, not on these silly touchscreens. But on the touchscreen, we've got a 9-inch Honda Connect, as well as a digital driver's display there. Don't forget 8 speakers for the ultimate car karaoke. The cabin is a relaxing and quality place to be to enjoy your journey. It's literally got everything we need, from wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, also your cruise control, your multifunction steering wheel. I literally can't complain. Number 3 is going to be the drive, but we're going to start things off under the bonnet. Now we have a 2-litre petrol engine, but this car is actually a hybrid and it works in a little bit of a different way. Now the petrol engine actually works as a generator to the batteries that then power the front wheels, meaning the drive is super quiet and super efficient. It's also good to know that if you do need a little bit of an extra boost, that petrol engine is going to kick in, and this thing doesn't slack by any means. It really does give you enough power to overtake, to speed up off of a roundabout, to pull out onto a motorway, that you've got confidence in the car, which sometimes certain hybrid models can actually lack, which means that you're worried. And personally, I wouldn't want to overtake in certain cars, but this, no issue at all. Turns the handle in, as you can see on a roundabout, there's very little body roll, especially for a car of this size. It really sticks to the road. The Dunlop Sport Max tyres are doing what they should, and it's just really, really smooth. The suspension is comfortable, it soaks everything up, and it's just a really pleasant car to drive, whether that be motorway, country roads, around town. It's quiet, it's comfortable. Yet again, I'm repeating myself, but you've got the power to go if you need to, and I think that's a really important thing with an SUV crossover. Is it's ticking all the boxes in terms of practicality and comfort, but you've got to have that little bit there ready for pulling onto the motorway or if you're stuck behind a tractor. The first thing I initially felt with this car was the steering. It's actually got a little bit of weight to it, which I love. It doesn't feel all wishy-washy, if that is even a legitimate term, but it's direct, it's nice, it's really good feel in terms of turning. It turns lovely, it goes exactly where you want it to. The brakes, again, sometimes regenerative braking in hybrids can feel a little bit kind of hit and miss. It's lovely in this. It's not overly strong like an EV would be, but you can adapt how strong you would like them to be on your flappy paddles. I know, that feels weird. Number 4 is going to be the practicality, and besides the obvious of the fact it's hybrid and it has an incredible combined MPG, there's also some other nifty features, such as, if it works, she says, there we go, has a hands-free boot which opens up into 380 litres. It also is flat, meaning you're not having to struggle lifting things over, and also gets even bigger when you put the rear seats down. You're also going to find 3 super comfortable rear seats, perfect for a road trip or even to fit your dog in it. Now you have plenty of headroom, extreme amount of leg room, and some nifty little features like USB-C charging cables and a little water bottle holder here. You You also get some pretty cool little spotlights too. As with majority of modern day cars, you're going to have a ton of safety features, down from a reversing camera, you've got lane assist, you've got adaptive cruise control, and even a little crash alert that if you think you're going too quickly to, say, a parked car in front of you, it's going to beep at you massively. It's a great thing because it's keeping drivers safe on the road. It's looking out for those extra bits that, as a driver, where human error comes into play a little bit, it's going to cover those boundaries, which means it's even more practical because it's essentially doing a lot of the hard work for us, which is no excuse to slack as a driver. And number 5 is going to be as the fact that I've absolutely loved this thing. In terms of hybrid SUVs crossover market, this has just been spot on. It's been comfy, it's been practical, it's been a little bit sporty. I really couldn't have asked for any more. And at £41,000 for the sport spec next to me, no complaints from me. So there we have it, guys. You all know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.